Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Harps Off. I'm going to do a review of the February 19th NHL Games. So just to get this out of the way, because not had fun watching this one. Vancouver, Minnesota. First period, 2:51. Ian Cole scores from Tyler Myers and P.A. Suter. 13:21. JT Miller scores from Noah Juleson. For the period was out at 19:10. Eriksson Ekman scored from Matt Boldy and Kirill Kaprizov. Second period, Pettersson would score from Hoglander and Lindholm at 5:37, so the Swedish line connected for that one. At 9:24, JT Miller scores from Hughes and Besser on the power play, breaking that long stretch of power plays without a goal. Matt Boldy scored 11 minutes from Eriksson Ek and John Merrill, and then JT Miller completed the hat trick at 14:30 from P.A. Suter. Zuccarello would score before the period was out at 19:27 from Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek, also on the power play. Third period, 29 seconds in, Eriksson Ek scores his second from Zuccarello and Hartman on the power play. And then Kaprizov would score at 1:23 from Zuccarello and Boldy on the power play. No surprise there. At 1:44 the third, Eriksson Ek scores the hat trick, or his hat trick, from Zuccarello and Kaprizov. Surprise, surprise, on the power play. Vancouver did clean that up the following game, but still unacceptable. Britt Tocchet is not happy about that. 4:48 the third, Rossi scores from Lucchini and Lettieri. Kaprizov would score his second from Boldy at 5:12. Zadorov would answer from JT Miller and P.A. Suter at 8:26. Besser would score with an empty at 17:52 to put them within one from Hughes and Hronek. Then Brodin would score at 18:53 from Eriksson Ek into the empty net. Then Kaprizov would score his hat trick goal and assisted also into the empty net at 19:58. So, yeah, Minnesota takes that one. And it was not a fun game to watch. So, moving on. Chicago and Carolina. So in the first period, Carolina opens up the scoring as Michael Bunting scoring from Martin Necas and Jack Drury at 11:45. Second period, Necas scores one of his own unassisted at 1:59. At 8:22, Kotkaniemi scores from Orlov and Teravainen. And then at 10:52, Aho scores from Svechnikov and Fost. Nick Foligno will score for the Blackhawks at 15:23 from Connor Bedard. Burns would score at 2:34 the third period from Aho and Jarvis on the power play. Bedard would add another one, his 17th of the year at 7 minutes from Kurashev and Johnson on the power play. Johnson would score from Bedard and Foligno on the power play at 9:08, so a 3-point night for Bedard. At 18:11, Martinique would score from Jarvis and Stahl into the empty net. Carolina takes 6-3. Alright, Ottawa and Tampa Bay. So in the first period, Stützle scores from Samuelsson and Zub at 10:45. 13:35, Joseph would score from Giroux and Stützle. Second period, Joseph would score again from Zub at 15:49. Chaffee would score unassisted at 16:55 to put the Lightning on the board. Third period at 4:01, Tarasenko would score from Tkachuk and Pinto. And then Point would score from Hagel at 4:36. The Sens take that one 4-2. Edmonton and Arizona. The first period, Draisaitl scores at 2:12 from McDavid and Bouchard on the power play. Bouchard will answer from Lawson Crouse and Matt Dumba at 4:15. Janmark would score at 6:07 from Kulak and Desharnais. Second period, Kelly would score from Schmaltz and Jersey on the power play at 2:53. Bukestad would score to give them the lead at 10:52 from Clayton Keller. Third period, Kane would score from Bouchard and Ekholm at 4:28. Hyman scores at 4:54 from Ekholm and Bouchard. Kane would score second from Ryan McLeod and Draisaitl at 6:31. And then at 18:51, Fogle scores from McDavid and Draisaitl at 10:10. Edmonton takes that one 6-3. Detroit and Seattle. So in the first period, Morris Seider scores from Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat at 13:30. McCann, former Canuck, would score from Vince Dunn and Andrei Burakovsky on the power play at 18:32. Second period, 7:18, Raymond would score from Comfort and Petrie. 10:51, McCann would score from Alexiak and Borgen. 15:58, Sprong would score from Christian Fischer. In the third period, 7:25, Jaden Schwartz would score from Yanni Gordon and Will Borgen. Tied up. In overtime, 1:07, Ben Sherrod scores from Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond. The Detroit Red Wings see that one 43 in overtime. Stars and Bruins. First period, Jesper Boqvist scores from Anthony Richard and Charlie McAvoy at 4:01. Wyatt Johnson would score for the Stars at 11:14 from Thomas Harley and Jimmy Benn. Second period, Ryan Suter would score from Rupe Hintz at 1:04. 1:32, Brazo would score from Boqvist and Frederick. Third period, Asa Lindell would give the Stars a lead from Jason Robinson at 10:44. Pasternak would tie it up at 18:15 from McAvoy and Marchand. Overtime, there's no scoring, and then McAvoy would score the eventual shootout winner in the as the 17th shooter. So Boston takes that one 4-3 in shootout. Toronto St. Louis. The first period, there's no scoring. Second period, 22 seconds in, Matthew Knies opens up the scoring from Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Saad would score 17-14 from Parenko and Sundqvist on the power play. Matthews would score at 45 seconds in the third from Marner on the power play. Nylander would score 7:29 unassisted, also shorthanded. Buchnevich would score at 18:52 from Krug and Thomas. Then 19:22, McMahon would score from Marner and Brody into the empty net. Toronto takes it 4-2. Ducks and Sabres. So in the first period, Jordan Greenway scores at 9:07 from Dylan Cousins. Henrique would score at 10:10 from Max Jones and Ross Johnson. Second period, 8:10, Thompson would score from Dahlin and Cousins on the power play. 11:59, Vetrano would score from McTavish and Troy Terry. Vetrano would score again from McTavish and Terry at 14:34. Benson would score 15:20 from Yukiharu and Peterka. And then Terry would score at 18:56 from McTavish. Third period, there's no scoring. Ducks take it 4-3. Jets and Flames. In the first period, Oliver Shillington opens up the scoring and assists at 4:19, so his first of the year. Monahan would score at 6:07 from Connor and Velarde on the power play. So Monahan returned to Calgary for the first time, I think. He would score again at 6:49 from DeMello and Morrissey. He would score the hat trick at 11:24 from Velarde and Connor on the power play. Coleman would score at 14:09 from Mangiapane and Backlund. Second period, Kadri would score at 4:58 from Rieger and Huberdeau on the power play. Huberdeau would score from Anderson and Sharangovich at 16:06. Third period at 13:18, Mangiapane would score from Kadri, and then Kadri would score from Anderson at the empty net at 18:03. The third, Flames take it 6-3. Then Vegas and San Jose. We're in my Vegas Winter Classic here. Yes, it does have the patch on it. I got it put on. Moving on to this. First period, at 2:28, Michael Amadio scores from Zach Whitecloud. Carlson would score at 4:25 from Martinez and Stone. And then Riley would score from Pietrangelo and Martinez on the power play at 19:12. Second period, Colasar would score at 18:44 from Martinez and Morelli. And third period, there's no scoring. Vegas takes it 4-0. So that's it for the 19th. I'll see you 5 minutes from now for the next review. So I missed today. That's it for today. So hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you liked it, and see you guys next time. Thanks.